Hello, I'm DelusionDispeller. The next trait I'm going to talk about is admiration, the narcissistic supply source. Narcissists live and exist to find ways to get admired, adored, or even feared if they can't get that. Narcissists will go to any length, just about, to get you to look at them in awe and in trepidation and admiration. They want to present themselves as somebody that everybody wants to be like, sound like, look like. The somatic ones, of course, are all about the looks. In fact, the one narcissist in my life used to actually tell me that she was a trendsetter in her whole entire town. She would wear some crazy jeans and women would look at them and say, "What on earth do you have on?" And then she would say, "Well, the next year everybody had those jeans on because I set the trend for that fashion." Now, okay, if you really are responsible for like fashions in your town, then fine, but most people not so much. They might start a good idea and people would, think that that was cool and they might do it, but to brag about being the trendsetter in your town above anybody else and everybody wanting to look and dress like you, it's a little bit vain, don't you think? Kind of a bit diva-ish, I guess. But that is a narcissist for you. We see this a lot in the media. People that have a creation or an invention, and everybody decides they have to go out and get one, and then if that person's narcissistic, they use it as a way to bolster their ego and their reputation on the internet, on the TV, whatever, and they brag about it. Narcissists a lot of times are braggarts. Sometimes they're quiet braggarts. It's just the way they look at you with kind of this, their nose up in the air or their eyes turned down at you like, who do you think you are? I'm all that and you're not, type of attitude. But the point is, they need this attention, this admiration, this adoration, and they will get it pretty much any way they have to. And if they can't be admired and adored and loved by all, then they want to be seen as this foreboding character that nobody wants to be near. They want to be seen as the bad guy, or bad girl, I guess. And they're fine with either type of attention. Most of these people, when they were children, either didn't get enough attention or possibly got the wrong kind of attention or too much attention. A lot of times they grew up in their family as being the one that everybody flocked to make sure they were happy, or the one that was so talented that everybody adored, and the mother would often say, "Why can't you be like your sister or your brother?" to the other child. So we talk about a lot of times the scapegoat and the golden child. Well, the narcissist is the golden child. They're the ones that were basically handpicked to have all the gifts given to them, to have all the compliments paid to them, being mommy or daddy's little girl or little boy, that kind of thing. And then the other sibling, if there was one, would be treated like dirt, pretty much. So yeah, that's another trait of narcissistic personality disorder, this need for constant admiration and accolades. And the interesting thing about narcissists, and then I'll go on to the next video, is that when they have this, they seem very stable compared to when their relationship just fell apart and they're like a basket case. A lot of them sink into this really deep depression that nobody can pull them out of. But then they soon find the next supply source and they're back up on their high horse again, feeling very content and very well proud of themselves. So it's an interesting phenomenon to watch, but that is the truth about how the narcissists operate. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.